Hello and welcome to the news with me, Lee, on The Essential Gamer, and today we're going to start off talking about Battlefield 5's Firestorm. So, as you may or may not know, Battlefield 5 finally launched Firestorm within the last week, and it got a bit of a mixed reception. Obviously everyone jumped on it straight away and all the streamers were playing it, and some common messages were coming from the gameplay. One, it's a bit too slow. I personally don't agree with it. I recently picked it up and I prefer it over, say, like Black Ops 4, but that's my personal opinion. The realism side is getting some people down with the slow traversal and the general sort of speed of the maps. Not many teams, only 20 odd teams in this one. Also, a big complaint has been the loot system, which, by going by the forums, DICE are looking at, because the loot system is not very good at the minute. For a Battle Royale game, you really don't need to be spending half the time looking at the floor trying to work out what you're going to pick up. It'll be interesting to see if the viewership on Twitch continues to decline. In its first week it had approximately 3.5 million hours watched, and that's gone down significantly in the last few days, as quite frankly interest seems to be waning, but we'll see how it goes. Next we had the Mortal Kombat 11 beta came online for those who had pre-ordered the game, and we had a quick look at it and decided that it looks very, very good indeed. All the character models were there for the 5 available usable characters. We had Cabal, Jade, Scarlet, Baraka and Scorpion. What we did notice is that there's lots of different variations of the characters available, and a lot of customization as well, which we didn't really expect. Outside of the sort of usual cosmetic stuff, you've also got movesets and special abilities, where you can actually pick what weapon your character has, what stance they use, what special moves they have, and it really does help to mix up the gameplay, because you could come against someone else using the same character as you, and in fact have a completely different character to fight. Yeah, we were really impressed by that. We liked it a lot. It's something that really mixes up the gameplay style, because you haven't just got to stick to the ones on the roster. You can have your own special version of that character. Within the customization, there was also the really nice fact that you can make him look exactly how you want your character to look. And we were using Scorpion, and just the ability to change what weapon he had, from his swords to his face mask to his what he was wearing, and also the spear. I mean, the customization really is quite deep, especially for a fighter. I mean, we were really surprised ourselves. Moving on to the gameplay, and it is exactly what you expect for Mortal Kombat. Really smooth, brutal, heavy hitting, beat 'em up style gameplay. It's great. It looks wonderful. I mean, all the character models are really nicely textured and detailed. The movesets are really varied between the characters that are available, and the specials, well, I mean, that was something else. Within gameplay itself, it's your usual smack 'em up with all the different abilities and special moves that your character has, but with the added addition of when your character is low on energy or life, you can actually activate what is called the Fatal Blow, and you can do this once per match, not per round, per match. So this special move really helps you to get back in the game. As you can see, Cabal kicked my ass with his one here, but it was an interesting sort of tactic, because I was just above the limit myself, so I just stopped and let him beat me up a little bit to activate mine. This could really change the online thing. As you take on an enemy, it becomes more strategic, which I really liked. As you can see, the fatal blows and fatalities and things are as gory as ever, beautifully detailed in all of its wonderful, blood-shatteringly beautifulness. Yeah, we're really looking forward to what it's going to look like when it comes out fully. The roster seems to be huge. There's a lot of classic characters, a lot of fan favourites coming back, some that didn't make it, as always, but you can't really please everybody. But I imagine DLCs will come out that will give you the full roster eventually. I'm looking forward to Mortal Kombat 11 coming out. It looks like it could be the best Mortal Kombat there has been yet. Ooh, that's a big statement. Find out for yourself on April the 23rd. Okay, now I didn't see this one coming, but next we're talking about the release of Sega's Mega Drive Classic, or Genesis Classic, depending on which region you are viewing this video from. It's going to be just like the SNES Mini PlayStation Classic, where it's a preloaded unit that looks exactly like its original namesake, that will come with what is touted to be approximately 50 games. My only question is why? No, I understand why, actually. It's a silly question. It's money. Money is why, because Sega obviously want to try and jump in on all of the sort of retro love that the other mini classic consoles have been getting, and try and get some of that sweet, sweet classic money for themselves. But they've been releasing fairly solidly the Sega Mega Drive collection on, I remember it was on the 360, and I've got it on this gen as well. I've got it on the PlayStation 4. So why, when you've already released pretty much all of your best games on the newest platforms available, would you then try and sell them again on another separate console? I'm hoping it'll be a completely different library and, you know, we'll be surprised, but it's one to look out for anyway. And finally, we have our PlayStation Plus games for April. First up is The Surge, a very, very difficult Souls 'em up, I suppose you could call it. It's just like Dark Souls, but in space, so you're fighting mechs, aliens, and big things. If you fancy the challenge, that's a good one for you. Second up is Conan Exiles, more of your MMORPG, wander in the wilderness, find some people to build a tribe with type game. It's very much like Ark, but a lot of people say that the building and exploration is better. Both of these are available as of April the 3rd, I believe. So yeah, check those out, add to your library. Thanks for watching the news, and I will see you next time.